A few days ago, Michael made his first $100 online, not by accident, not by copying blindly, not by hoping something would work, but by finally understanding something simple. At least, that's what he believed. Because now, sitting in that same quiet moment, a different thought started to grow, a dangerous one. What if it was just luck? And that one question almost pulled him back into the same cycle he had been stuck in for months. At first, that $100 felt different, not because of the number, but because of the clarity behind it. For the first time, he didn't feel confused. He didn't feel lost. He didn't feel like he was guessing. He knew exactly what he did. He knew exactly where it came from. And that feeling was new. It felt like control, like things were finally starting to make sense, like all the noise, all the failed attempts, all the frustration was finally leading somewhere. But that feeling didn't last long. Because the next day, nothing happened. No notifications, no new results, no signs of progress, just silence. And silence is dangerous. Because when nothing happens, your mind starts filling the gaps, and Michael's mind knew exactly what to do. What if it was just timing? What if it was coincidence? What if anyone could have done that? What if you just got lucky? And just like that, that $100 lost its power, not in reality, but in his mind. He sat there, staring at his phone, replaying everything he did, trying to find the flaw, trying to find the mistake, trying to prove to himself that it wasn't real, because if it wasn't real, then it was safer to move on, safer to try something new, safer to go back to what felt familiar, starting over again. His fingers moved almost automatically, opening apps, scrolling, searching, looking for something better, something more certain, something that guarantees results, new methods, new strategies, new promises, and for a moment it felt comforting, because starting something new always feels easier than facing uncertainty. He almost convinced himself, this time, I'll do it right. This time, I won't fail. But deep down, he knew this feeling. He had lived it before, too many times. And then, he paused. Not for long, just a few seconds, but enough to interrupt the pattern, and in that moment, a simple question appeared. Not loud, not dramatic, just clear. If it worked once, why am I not trying it again? That question didn't feel exciting. It didn't give him motivation, but it did something more important. It made him honest. Because the truth was simple. He wasn't switching methods because they didn't work. He was switching because he didn't trust himself to stay. And that realization, was uncomfortable, but it was real. So instead of chasing something new, he made a different decision. He would repeat, not improve, not optimize, not overthink, just repeat. Exactly what worked. Day 1, nothing. Day 2, still nothing. Day 3, no change, and every day that voice came back. See, it's not working. See, you were wrong. See, it was luck. And this time, it felt even more convincing, because now he had evidence. No results, no progress, no movement, just effort, with no reward. And this is where most people stop, not at the beginning, but right here, when things feel empty, when nothing is happening, when continuing feels pointless, because repeating something without results feels like wasting time, feels like being stuck, feels like failure. Michael felt all of that every single day, but he didn't stop. Not because he was confident, not because he was disciplined, but because he was tired of resetting his progress over and over again. And then, without warning, it happened again. Another notification, another payment, another $100. This time, he didn't react. No excitement, no disbelief, just stillness. Because now he understood this wasn't luck, this wasn't timing, this wasn't random, this was a pattern, and patterns can be repeated. That's when everything changed, not because of the money, but because of what it proved. One result can lie. Two results tell the truth. Michael didn't need more methods. He didn't need more knowledge. He didn't need to try harder. He needed to stay longer. Because success wasn't about finding something new. It was about not quitting something that already worked. If you've ever made progress, even once, and then doubted it, listen carefully. That wasn't luck. That was a signal. But signals only matter if you follow them. So don't start over. Don't chase something new. Repeat what worked. Stay with it. And give it time to prove itself again. Because that's how it starts. Not with confidence, not with certainty, but with the decision to not quit too early.